Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated. In this round, my guys, my people, I will be covering some of this past weekend's fights, my guys, my people, as well as giving you an update on what may have to come after the very controversial end to David Adeleye versus Jamie TKV for the British heavyweight title, my guys, my people. Yeah, so that, but I will also step about maybe 10 to 12 days back. I will talk about Sandy Ryan versus Mikaela. Maya, who defended her WBO championship in the welterweight division versus Sandy Ryan, my guys, my people. And that sums up more or less what I've got for you in this video. But I do have more, so stick around, my guys, my people. Without any further delay, let's get going. Let's get cracking, my guys, my people. So I do want to start with Janibek Alunknali, the IBF WBO unified champion at 160 pounds. He was defending those two titles there against Ngamisengue, my guys, a French fighter, Congolese born, my guys. We all know about Alunknali. He is a Kazakh fighter, my guys, my people. Very tough and considered the #1 champion in the division. In fact, he's considered the best fighter in the division. Full stop, my guys, my people. And I have to rate Ngamisengue. I've never seen him fight before, but he has won a new fan in me, my guys, because he came to fight. This fight here was a real battle of attrition. Neither fighter wanted to give ground, both trading punch for punch, my guys. But in the end, it was Alunknali that ended, how can I put this? It was Alunknali that elected to go on the back foot. But the fight in itself, still kept in close quarters inside the phone booth, but not rock'em sock'em type boxing. Both sides showing defensive responsibility. Alunknali the better, and both very selective in their punches as well. But being it that Alunknali is the more heavy-handed fighter, and in a battle of attrition, there can only be one winner, my guys, my people. Alunknali, well, he dropped Ngamisengue in the very first round. But surprise, surprise, he made it. He made the count. He went forward to at least the 5th round, where Alunknali, well, he closed the chapter with 2 left hooks, my guys, my people. He did get up from that left hook, by the way, so he did make the count. However, the referee, he chose he was going to wave the fight off, and I rate him for that decision there, because Ngamisengue, despite he wanted to continue, he was going to get stopped anyway, so why let him take unnecessary punishment? So yeah, good call there by the referee. And at the end of that, Alunknali, another successful defense. So the 32-year-old Janibek Alunknali now takes his record up to 17 wins, no losses, no draws, and 12 coming via KO, my guys, my people. As for the very impressive fighter on the night, Ngamisengue, 29 years old, his record takes a hit. Now on 14 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 9 coming via KO, my guys, my people. But I'm very impressed. He has got a new fan in me, my guys, my people. So let's talk what might be next for Alunknali. I'm hearing he's targeting David Benavidez and Saul Canelo Alvarez. I would say, is he chasing greatness, or is it madness? Because David Benavidez and Saul Canelo Alvarez, they are world level fighters times over, many times over, my guys. Basically, they've got heads and shoulders above most fighters in the sport, even in their own division, my guys, my people, I would have to say. So that would be a hard task. David Benavidez actually fights 2 divisions above Alunknali, and Saul Canelo fights 1 division over, my guys, my people. So It's a hard task, very hard one. But I'm thinking, why doesn't Alim Konali? Why doesn't he make a defense against well, his next defense against Denzel Bentley, who is his number one challenger via the WBO rankings, my guys, my people. Denzel Bentley, who in his last fight came off a brilliant win over Brad Pauls. We do know he does want another shot at Alim Konali. Of course, they have fought before. That time round, Alim Konali got the win. But I think if Denzel Bentley was to, at least let his hands go as he was doing towards the end of that fight, he would do very well. He would do very well, my guys, my people. And that was his problem in the first fight. He just wasn't letting his hands go, my guys, my people. But yes, he wants another crack. He wants to become champion. And his promoter, Frank Warren, is on it. Let's make that fight. Now, parking that to the side and moving on, my guys, my people. Let's talk about Tim Tszyu versus Joey Spencer, my guys, my people, at 154 pounds. This fight took place in Australia. That is Newcastle, Australia, my guys, my people. And it went exactly as how I thought it would go. Didn't really give a prediction on this, but I knew it was going to be one-way traffic on this one. It was a total mismatch in skills, levels, experience, you name it, my guys, my people. Tim Tszyu really showed why he is a former unified champion, my guys, my people, as he put a beating on Spencer. The very first round, as the fight started, nothing in it. A feel-out round, my guys, my people. I scored it a draw that very first round. However, Tim Tszyu started taking over right from the second round, my guys, my people. And by the third, the beating ensued and carried on to the fourth, my guys, my people. Now, I have to say, Spencer, he showed a lot of heart, because I thought he was going to use his feet and move around in this fight, knowing that Tim Tszyu possesses a lot of power, my guys, my people. And of course, he's overmatched. But he elected to stand and trade with Tszyu, my guys, my people. And that was a big mistake. Total big mistake, my guys, my people. As that fight could only have gone one way with that type of tactics. Spence, he did land punches of his own. So let me not exaggerate. He did land punches of his own, good clean punches, but they were just not having any effect on Tszyu at all, my guys, my people. And despite Spencer showing a lot of heart in the fight, Tszyu in the fourth pushed him all the way to the ropes and just unleashed a barrage of punches. He just couldn't stop landing in that combination there, and forced Spencer to do nothing more than just cover up. Now, he did swing back, trying to get himself out of that situation, but he was swinging blindly and missing. And his side, well, his corner, they noticed what the position their man was in, and a good call for them that they threw in the towel and saved Joey Spencer to live and fight another day, my guys, my people. No need for him to take unnecessary punishment in a fight that, he had no chance winning. He had no chance winning, my guys, my people. So the fight ended in the fourth. Great win there, and a great bounce back for Tim Tszyu after he himself took a beating at the hands of Bakram Mutazaliev, the IBF champion, my guys, my people. And great bounce back. Who is he going for next? I'm hearing is going to be Keith Thurman, the man that he was supposed to fight before he went into the Sebastian Fondora fight that left him blooded up. Now, he lost his titles, that was his WBO and WBC titles, to Sebastian Fondora on that night, my guys, my people. So now the talk was that it was either going to be Keith Thurman or Fondora. If I were him, I would go for Keith Thurman. So I'm glad that it seems like it's Keith Thurman that is going to be fighting next, my guys, my people. Let's see what he can do against Thurman, and of course, let's see what Thurman too can do. Thurman, who just had his last fight in Australia, also, my guys, my people. So yeah, after that win there over Spencer, Tim Tszyu's record, Tim Tszyu, who is 30 years old, by the way, now with a record of 25 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 18 via KO, my guys, my people. And Joey Spencer, 25 years old, now with a record of 19 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 11 coming via KO. Still very young. He can rebuild and come back, my guys, my people. But it is very clear now that Spencer is not a world level fighter. That other loss on his record was at the hands of Jose Alejandro Ramos, my guys, my people. Now, before we move on from Tim Tszyu, my guys, my people, Keith Thurman, the man that Tim Tszyu called out right after that fight there, well, he responds. Keith Thurman, by the way, just had a fight in Australia as well, defeating Brock Jarvis, yeah, Brock Jarvis in just 3 rounds, my guys. So 1 round better than what Tim Tszyu did to get rid of Spencer, right? So yeah, great win for both of them. Well, now Keith Thurman has responded to Tim Tszyu's call out and saying it's good that you got past your appetizer. Well, I got past mine, but I'm still hungry. Send the contract, my guys. Send the contract. He's on it, my guys, my people. And they were actually supposed to fight before Tim Tszyu went into that really bloody fight with Sebastian Fondora, in which he lost, my guys, my people. So he lost 2 fights in a row before going on to beat Spencer. So it was Fondora he lost to, and of course Bakram Mutazaliev, my guys, my people. Yeah, so Keith Thurman, he wants this fight. He wants it, and I think it will be a great fight. Keith Thurman, who is now 36 years old though, so really not in his prime, but he is a former unified champion from the 140 pounds division, although he now competes at 154 pounds, my guys, my people, and holds a record of 31 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, and of course 23 coming via KO. The 1 loss on his record, by the way, was at the hand of a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, my guys, my people. Would you believe? Maybe a year or so younger. Anyway, you guys can sort that one out, my guys, my people. But yeah, he got beat by an old Manny Pacquiao. But check this. Keith Thurman, you're still a great fighter. Still a great fighter, but being on a very long hiatus before he actually went on to be Jarvis. I believe, I think 3 years or something like that, unless I'm wrong. Unless I'm wrong, you know. But yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. Keith Thurman, he can move, he can box, he can bang, however you want it. Who knows what style he's gonna come up with when they do fight, my guys, my people. If they do fight, my guys, my people. And with that said, let's move on. Let's move on, my guys, to the previous week. So the week before, the previous week before this last week, my guys, my people, we had Mikaela successfully defending her WBO title at 147 pounds against Sandy Ryan, the woman who she actually got that title from, my guys, my people. And so you know, their first fight, of course, we know about Paint Gate, where Ryan had paint poured on her on leaving her hotel just hours before a fight with Mayer. And of course, they're pointing fingers at Mayer's team, something that Mayor's team 100% deny, and you know, say they're not responsible for. But I'll have to say, how convenient that just hours before the fight that happens that happens to Ryan, my guys, my people. So for me, all suspicions pointing in the direction of Maya and her team, my guys, my people. But we can give her the benefit of the doubt because as they say, expect the unexpected, right? So we'll just leave that one there. But in this second fight, there was no excuse. Both fighters, great fight camp, and of course, came into the ring in good health and 100% match fit, my guys. And I have to say, Ryan, she showed the faster feet to start with, and she was boxing great. But then, I don't know, she started slowing down. Mikaela too, her feet not too far behind. Not too far behind. Great boxing ability. Both of them great boxers. Great boxers. You know, but Ryan, she started looking a little bit more rugged, and Maya was beating her to the punch, and I think it was the body work, the early body work that Maya invested in, my guys, my people, and that is what I believe made the difference in this fight. And also, technically, she is a better fighter, I would have to say, and very physically rough as well. Ryan physically strong, and she can punch for days, my guys, my people. She can crack. Go ask Clarissa Shields. She says she's sparred many rounds with Ryan, and she's a big girl, but she could feel the power of Ryan, my guys, my people. But yeah, you know, Maya, she went on to win again and retain the WBO title, my guys, my people, immediately after she calls out Lauren Price, my guys, my people, to fight. Lauren Price, who is a unified champion in the division, my guys, my people. So it's going to be for undisputed when, if and when they do fight. You know, Price at this particular moment holds the IBF. Well, she holds the rest of the titles, and Mikaela holds the WBO, my guys, my people. People are believing that because of, you know, Price's style. I mean, she's heavily talented, super talented. But that doesn't mean that you can write off Mikaela Mayer. Mikaela is super talented as well, and I thought that in her fights with Alicia Baumgardner and with Natasha Jonas, my guys, my people, she actually won those two fights, even though she was on the wrong side of the decision in those two occasions. But she actually won those fights, my guys, my people. Really, she should be undefeated, if you ask me. But yeah, great win there for Mayer. Let's see if the fight with Price happens. Mayer, who is 34 years old, her record now, you know, gets uplifted to 21 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, and 5 via KO. As for Ryan, commiserations, but a great performance. I have to give it to her. Two great boxers that in the ring on the night, that gave a performance that, you know, I really enjoyed watching. This is one of the best, if not the best, female matches that I've seen. Both showed great technical prowess and, well, led a clean fight for the most part, because in female boxing, I noticed there's a lot of head clashes. I mean, they fight dirty, for real. But Ryan, yeah, 31 years old now with a record of 7 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 3 coming via KO. So she takes a hit on her record, my guys, my people. I'm done with the women now, my guys. Now, my people, illegal punchgate. Finally, my guys, my people. What I am talking about, I'm talking about David Adeleye, controversially becoming British heavyweight champion after beating Jamie TKV via a controversial 6-round TKO, my guys, my people. Now, what really happened in that 6th round is that both fighters came into a clinch. The referee calls break, my guys, my people. And what should have happened is that both fighters should have had a clean break, reset, and then the fight resumes, my guys, my people. But that wasn't what happened. Adeleye decided instead to launch a left hook that floored TKV. So an illegal punch. But what was even more stranger, my people, referee on the night, Ron Kearney, he decided to start counting down TKV. I mean, did he forget that he called for a break? Beats me, my guys, my people. So yeah, TKV, by the way, he made the count. However, total noodle legs. You can tell he couldn't continue, but in boxing is a warrior's code. You can't quit, my guys, my people. So he decided to carry on, and what happened. Adeleye finished him off via TKO, my guys, my people. Now, had the referee been doing his job properly on the night, two things could have happened. One of those would have been an instant disqualification for Adeleye. A little bit harsh, but he would have been right. Another thing that could have happened is, of course, dock Adeleye a point and give TKV 5-minute break to recover. Neither of which, those two things there, neither of which he did. You know, so a very bad job on the night by Ron Kearney, who totally denied that he actually called for a break, even though everybody witnessed him that not only did he call for a break once, but he called it twice, my guys, and left Ben Shalom, promoter, and Barry Smith, trainer, totally furious on the night, my guys, my people. Fuming. Ben Shalom says it's the worst thing he's seen in the sport of boxing. A little bit of an exaggeration, but he did say they will appeal. They are right to appeal, of course. They should appeal. Now, whether the British Boxing Board of Control would take that appeal on board, I don't know, because really they should have had a representative available on the night to look into the situation and rectify it, my guys, my people. But they failed once again, like they usually do, my guys, my people. But if from my own judgment, I think it should be overturned, the results, and of course deemed a no contest, and they should call for a rematch, my guys, my people, because the referee was totally at fault on the night. Did a very bad job. Frank Warren also blames everything on the referee, my guys, my people. Obviously, he would defend his own fighter, my guys, my people. But yeah, the British Boxing Board of Control's Robert Smith did speak out, and he said that concerning the situation here, it is very likely that the result may not be overturned, regardless of what they think of the referee's decision, whether it was right or wrong. But you know, they might call for a rematch, but that is at best what they can do, my guys, my people. So a chance of that result being overturned is very low. In fact, they could just leave everything just as it is right now. You know, so it could also be a scenario where there's no overturning of results and there is no rematch, my guys, my people. My people, let's look at something that of course Adeleye said about TKV, that he had something on his body that was stinging his eyes. Now, if that is true, then that is illegal also and needs to be looked into. In fact, it reminds me of Holyfield and Bobby Seas in 1996, my guys, when they fought. Bobby Seas accused Holyfield of having something on his gloves, Tabasco sauce or something like that, that was stinging his eyes. And so the New York State Athletic Commission, they looked into it, tested Holyfield's gloves, only to find that they found nothing on his gloves but Vaseline, which is legal in the sport of boxing anyway, my guys, my people. But still, they need to investigate this situation of TKV having something on his body, because that can't be going on in the sport of boxing, my guys, my people. TKV, he says he has faith that the British Boxing Board of Control would rectify the situation because the referee got it wrong. Good luck, my guys, my people. Good luck. And with that said, you know, Adeleye is willing to give the rematch pronto, pronto, my guys. He's also looking for the winner of Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, my guys, my people. And with that said, that's it from me, my guys, my people. Before you leave, do like, do share, do subscribe, and of course drop your comments below. And as always, stay super blessed.